let's talk your new film. So how did you get to be involved in it?
The best way possible, I was asked. Uh, that's the greatest part of being in this industry for so long, is that when people write something and have you in mind, it's a joy. It's a joy. And I love it because the character is so not me. I mean, there's parts of the character that are me, but I'm not mean like that. And vicious, but I think her the way she behaves comes from a place of nurturing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can definitely
which you get to see.
Yeah, you definitely get to see that. And I love the twist at the end. Did not see coming. I thought you would just be there in the first part of it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And try to kind of kick, our main character's butt a little bit. But then at the end, I thought
Right.
that was just a perfect basically circle of coming back to, okay, she was doing what she thought was best at the time to get her to where she needed her to be.
Right. And that you don't see that. And that's what's so wonderful about this film, is that it is about female empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we pass that on from generation to generation might not always look, that pleasant, but
Mm-hmm.
it's necessary,
Yeah.
especially being a woman in a male dominated career, which
Yes.
I never understood why being a chef is a male dominated career,
No.
but whatever.
No. But what I loved of what you did was you took a high intense, high stressed environment and embraced it. There was
Right.
nothing about the character that was, I'm going to make you feel good. This is fast paced. If you don't have time for it, get out.
Right. Right. And that it's a way of preparing her
Yeah.
for the real world. And also, because she's a young female chef, who knows if Missy would have done that to a guy, would have taken that much energy, preparing a guy for what's ahead. But she knew what was in store for Chef Missy and was going to prepare her and arm her with everything she needed. And I love that they bring that back at the end.
Yeah. So where'd you draw your inspiration for this character?
Well, as I've been doing stand up for, 41 years. And I talked about this in a previous interview, the way the women in our industry, it's just like the industry, the food industry, there's very few women. And when we were working in the 80s and 90s, they would never put two women on a show. And to this day, if there's three women on a show, it's a special event. It's girls' night out, high heels and hysterical. It's just all this stuff. And yet 3 white men on a show is a show. That's it. Mm-hmm. And that's the way it is to this day. But when we were starting out, there were fewer of us, way fewer female comedians. And we never got to work together. We never got to be on a show because they would have one, if they had one at all, if they had any. And we'd go on the road and live, in these horrible hotels, motels, condos with these male comics. And we really had to fend for ourselves. And they set it up so that there was room for only one of you. But we didn't take the bait, most of us, and we supported one another. And so I think having that knowledge of, okay, I got tough love, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You have to be the best. You have to be the best. You're a woman. You have to be twice as good as the guys. And it's still that way. I mean, we can't even have a female president in this country. It's ridiculous. But so I think that part of it, I think that is, helped me to really understand the character and not just make her mean. It's not like, and I love playing mean people because I'm not like that. And I know so many, Um, and so being able to do that, and I think she gets away with it because you understand that it's coming from a vulnerable place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's a reason. There's a reason she's so tough on her.
Well, and also you can, in just the very few scenes, is there's respect there for
Yeah.
your character. That everyone is there, like, yeah, you might not agree with how she's handling like the managing of it, but this is her kitchen. This is how she wants it done. And you do that not only with how you know, the verbal parts of it, but nonverbal. You know, how you
Right.
presented yourself, how you held yourself, the tone at which you expressed yourself. I thought all of that made your character that much bigger.
Right. And I, in a way, am teaching her when you have a kitchen, this is how you have to do it's your way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for women in general, they're uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
And so that was an exciting part of the character as well, of playing that character.
She embraces your character when she's giving the rules, like giving the direction
Right.
at the festival. You're
right.
watching her be like, go do it, get it done. We need this done. And I was like, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. I love that. And that's such a beautiful arc. Yeah. That you're passing the torch. Mm-hmm. And that, you know, you think about it. You look at so many times in your life, you go back and go, oh, that's why that happened.
Yeah.
And oh, that makes sense now. And there's a lot of that in this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the writers did a very nice job connecting it back to moments that we had seen at the beginning, which I was not expecting, but I absolutely loved, because it was like little mind bops there. Oh, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's what's great. Yeah, and it's such a feel good movie, and the acting is perfect, and it's funny, and it's women driven.
Yeah.
We need more women buddy films.
Yes, we do. 1,000%.
Because we're way more interesting than these boring guys, I gotta tell you.
Our stories are definitely more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So when you were all said and done filming this, did you find yourself more interested in food or not so much?
Well, I don't know if you know this. I was on Chopped All Stars, and I was on Rachel versus Guy, and I've done a bunch of Food Network shows. So, but I love cooking. I love cooking. And I have a very close friend who's a chef, and I've been back in the kitchen, and I just love it. It's so artistic, and I have very bad ADHD. And when I'm cooking, it really, I can hyper focus, because I'm like, okay, this has to be done first, and then we're going to go do that. And you're just so, it's like, you know, creating just an orchestral piece. And then, and the timing and this, and it's so engaging. And then you get to eat it. Yeah, I love food, but yeah, I love everything about cooking. I literally hours every morning, like watching every chef and the chopping and yeah.
Do you have any favorite dishes?
Of course. That I make?
Yes.
Okay, I make a really good roasted chicken. Really good. I make amazing balsamic braised red cabbage that is like a sweet and sour cabbage. I can't my meatloaf is good. Yeah, I love pasta. I love trying new recipes. I love cooking, and I love cooking. I love all the cooking utensils too.
Yeah, I do too. There's something therapeutic about it too.
Right. Because you're and you can only focus on that because you got a hot oven, you know, you got a hot stove, you got this, you got knives, and it really takes you away from yourself, and you're creating something.
Yeah.
That makes people happy, hopefully.
Well, exactly. And in this case, throughout the entire movie, I'm sitting here watching it being like, I could eat that. I'd eat that.
Oh, I know. I hate it. It makes you so hungry. And I make a really good challah. It's Jake Cohen's challah. Ooh. It's so good. Oh.
Yeah. So did you find yourself at the end of the day after filming being like, I'm going to go home and make something?
Oh my God. We're in a kitchen. Yes. I just wanted to eat. And we were in this small town, and there were not a lot of restaurants open, but, yeah.
So what did you guys do then on your downtime since everything was so small and not much around?
Uh, read on the computer, just whatever, hung out, talked. It's nice being on a set. It's nice being away and being on a set, and that's why people always like fall in love while they're, because you're not in real life,
Yeah. Yeah.
um but it's again, you're creating something together, and it was so, the whole crew was so woman heavy. It was great.
Yes. Yeah. That's the other thing that I really, really loved is that you got actual points of view from people who I assume have experienced this
Right,
before.
of
Because
course, yeah.
as a female, you always have, like, yes, we've heard the story over and over again. Oh, friendships, they have their,
Yeah,
that huge climactic moment fight, and then everything gets better. It's like, that's real though.
yeah, that's exactly how it is. Yeah,
And like you'll hear
100%.
people say, "Oh, this doesn't happen." I'm like, it absolutely
Yes,
happens.
it does. Sorry.
Yep, more than you think, but we get over it. We
Yeah.
find a way over it and we make it better. And that's, this movie didn't focus on it for too long, got done. Then they quickly wrapped it up and got it back to the story, which I loved. I
Yeah.
absolutely loved
Yeah,
that.
the writing's great.
The whole thing was great. And, I think even though like you don't play the biggest part, without your character, it would have changed the story
Right.
completely. And I
Yeah.
think with all of the characters, even like obviously the four girls are such a big part of it, but everybody else, yeah, you're a secondary character, but without you, there is no story.
Right. That's why they say there are no small parts.
Yeah. Yeah. And and they're impactful. Your character has probably the most impact, in my opinion, and the most memorable, because
Right.
I cannot forget you in the beginning.
Yeah. Such a bitch. I know.
But it's also the entire outfit, like
Yeah.
so straight lace. And then we see you later on, and you're just like,
Human.
oh, that's a normal person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's what I love about her, that you get to see the layers.
Yeah. So what was that like, being able to transition from being the straight lace, tight, like in the suit filming, to just sitting in that one scene, your hair's down, you're feeling good, you're looking great. So what was that transition like?
Well, it was redemption in a way, that you get to see the other side of this, that this person is a human being. She's one person in the kitchen, and she's one person outside of the kitchen, but her intentions are good, and she wants to empower Chef Lizzie. Like, that is she wants to pass the torch. She wants her to succeed. You don't know that in the beginning, but then you see, and that's what makes this such a female, empowering female movie, and that's what we do for one another.
Yep. Well, and your character could have easily fired Lizzie. Yeah.
Right. But she saw the talent. She knew. Yeah. She absolutely knew she had it. She had the fire in her,
Yep. And I think everyone is
unintended.
going to love the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone's going to love it.
I know. I do too. I'm so excited.